I've never had a broker give me anything back. This company gives me stock. They give me rev share, 8 different ways to make money. And I just came up with 2 more ways to make money.
Right, now let's shift a little bit to eXp. So we both are at eXp, right? I joined about 9 months ago. I think you maybe a couple of years before. But could you tell us a little bit about your story? What was brokerage like before eXp, and then what has brokerage been since you joined eXp?
Well, sometimes I get a little excited about this because eXp has been so good to me. It's just an awesome company. It really revolutionized the way I did real estate, and I'm a real estate broker. I've owned an Intero franchise, and I've worked at Keller Williams. I've worked at Remax Gold, and then I've had my own property management company and ran my own brokerage. And I cannot run a brokerage for the little bitty cap that I pay to Keller Williams. I mean, to eXp. So I have a $16,000 cap, and I will, having worn all of those hats before, I will gladly pay eXp $16,000 to take all my liability on. All the liability of the team that I run and all the liability of every transaction that I do. 16 grand is cheap. And if you've ever had battles in those arenas, then I'm gladly paying that 16 grand. But then lo and behold, this year they turned around and gave me the 16 grand back. I've never had a broker give me anything back. This company gives me stock. They give me rev share, 8 different ways to make money. And I just came up with 2 more ways to make money. And so I'm launching a new division of that where we're going to be empowering our agents to also get their NMLS license and make money there as well. And so that's just been the opportunity for that has just been incredible. They gave me back $16,000 because I hit some performance targets. You know, at my old brokerages, if I did really good and had an incredible year, they might give me a better split, like take 5 points off my split. At this company, they gave me back every dime I paid them. That's freaking amazing. And so it just goes to show that the company is really looking out for the agents. Well, they should, because I own the company. They gave me stock, so the agents are the owners. So again, I could go on for a long time on this subject, but just to let it know, this is coming from a guy that can run his own brokerage and has run his own brokerage and doesn't really need to be at a brokerage. The brokerage that we're at is the smartest choice for any real estate agent that knows how to do math. The problem is a lot of agents let ego get in the way of their brain functioning and calculating the numbers. And so they go with something other than math to make their decisions. And so, hey, I get it. Not every decision's about math. Some decisions are about ego. Some people shop at Nordstrom's, even though I can buy a perfectly good pair of pants at Sam's Club, and they go buy the same pair of pants in the mall for $200. I get it. That's fine. Perfectly good choice. I just choose to pay myself and my family and build my future more than building Dave Lineker's future or Gary Keller's future. That's just not what I want to do, is build somebody else's future in that way. No more so than I would want to rent a home and pay someone else's mortgage. It's just not something that I'm cut out to do in real estate.
You know, Barry, I couldn't agree with you more. And you said that so well. A couple things I want to touch on. And by the way, I was one of those guys where I let pride get in the way and I didn't fully look at the numbers. I thought it wasn't for me because I was in commercial real estate, right? And that, there was a residential, and this is 5 years ago when I was first approached with it, Rich. And I actually went back and ran the numbers just so folks know, like I literally was selling real estate and it would equate to somewhere around $750,000 of actual stock right now that I left on the table. And eXp Commercial has launched, and it's like the very, very beginning of it just a few months ago. And I'm going, oh my gosh, like they've already proven it with residential. Now we have the commercial opportunity. Had I just looked at the numbers and actually really underwrote the model and got the pride out of the way, it would have been very different, but I did not do that. But I also appreciate how you said they give it all back. I never had my broker give it all back, right? When I was at Marcus and Millichap, they take 50%. And you're right. If you earned a certain amount, they might, bump you up to 60%, or if they're long enough, you might even get to 70, right? But usually every single year you're having to restart over. eXp, you actually cap, meaning 16,000 on the residential side, 20 on the commercial, and then it's 100% uncapped for that year. And then you have the next year to cap again. So it's truly transformational. It's the Amazon of the real estate industry, brokerage industry. And I just always wonder, yeah, you're right. If I just do the math, get my ego out of the way, do I want to rent versus own? So any other thoughts on that, Barry?
Yeah. So you mentioned commercial. I also work in commercial. I work with a company called a team called Windwater Real Estate, who's also part of eXp. I have access to full national CoStar. So there's not really, and I pay a very fair price for that. There's not really a downside to making this move unless you really feel that the brokerage you're at is the reason for your success. So if you feel that the name on the door are the connections that the broker has, if you feel that you need that in order to succeed, that's great. Stay there, be happy. Hopefully it's a great environment. There's great brokerages out there. They provide a lot. I'm an independent guy. I like to think that my success every day resides on what I do with my head and what I do with my hands. And so my head, hands, and heart determine my success. My success does not come from the actions or the provisions of another broker or another company or anything like that. Are those great environments, great tools, things like that? Absolutely. Maybe if I was made a little bit different, I would do that. But no, if you're staying there, either they're providing a great environment, and if that's the case, go for it. Stay there. That's a great business model. But it's not for everybody. For a lot of us, we just don't want to fill the coffers of somebody else's treasure chest when we could be filling our own coffers.
Makes sense. Now, what if you're like in property management or you're owning and buying deals? I kind of heard that a couple of times from some of the commercial folks. Like, well, I'm syndicating and I'm buying deals and I'm doing some brokerage, but I'm more focused on that. I feel like it's going to be a distraction. And or I also run a property management. What challenges or what I think they're false beliefs, and I think you open up even more opportunities to find more deals and find more partners and do more. But